Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well and enjoying my Python playlist. So last video was guys about the for loop and this is the extended video of the for loop because I have not covered the complete for loop in that video. So in this video, we'll talk about the nested for loop. So one program I have written in past video and I said that I will explain in the next class, right? Means next video. So let's get started. Let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the problem, you can say the code which I have written. Write a Python code to return the table from 1 to 20, right? And I will continue from here only. This code I have written in last video and it has been executed, but I have not explained how this code is actually working, right? So from here, our nested for loop is starting. I am continuing in the same ipynb file for loop 12.forloop.ipynb. So after this video, I will clone this to my GitHub repo and you can download from there. I'll give the link in my description as I am doing in all the video, right? So now the question is, what is nested loop? Nested loop is nothing but one loop running under the another loop. So in nested loop, we have a two kind of loop. One is the outer loop and another is the inner loop. This is called as inner loop and this one is called a outer loop. Inner loop complete its all iteration on every iteration of a outer loop. What does it mean? So it means that let's say once your outer loop complete one iteration, it will go to the inner loop and inner loop will complete its all iteration. Then again it will go to the outer loop and outer loop will complete its next iteration and it will come back to the inner loop and inner loop will complete its all iteration again. So it is something, let's assume that you have a clock. In the clock you have a minute hand and hour hand. Once hour hand moved, your minutes hand complete the one cycle. Once it complete the 60 minutes, then again our hand move once, right? So it is how inner loop and outer loop works. The other example can be week number and days. Let's say that we are in the week number 1. So once the 7 days will complete, then it will move to the next week. So over here, the number of days is the inner loop and week number is the outer loop. I think it's making sense, right? The next example can be, let's say, uh, on the conveyor belt, one box came on the place. Now this box will move further until unless all the item is not filled into this. So the box is, you can understand, one outer loop and keeping all the elements inside this is as an inner loop. So once the outer box complete in one iteration, means from one place came to the another place and on the existing place, until unless all the item will not get filled into this box, it will not move to the next place and the other empty box which is in the queue will not come to the next place to fill that box. So this is how your inner loop and outer loop works. I think it's clear, guys. So in this problem also, your second loop is nothing but a inner loop and your this loop is nothing but a outer loop. I hope it's making sense that how the nested loop works. Nested loop means one loop work under the another loop. I again repeat, outer loops move when the inner loop completes its own all iteration. I again repeat, outer loop moves when the inner loop complete its all iteration. Okay. So now let's understand. Before understanding this problem, I'll give a simple example. So let's go to the understand the one very simple example over here. So the example number 1. The problem is that let's say for I in range of 1 comma 6. So you know that what is the meaning of I in range 1 comma 6? It means that it is going to give the number from 1 to 5, right? 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 is going to give. Now after that, I'm again writing over here for j in range of 1 comma 4. Okay, I did a mistake over here. It should be range. All good. And then over here I'll write print, okay, f, and it will be, let's say, first I. Okay, this is I, and then comma, and then I'll write j over here. This will be your j. And let's see how what this loop is making sense, whatever I said. Okay, now, so over here also it is going to execute iterate, I mean 1 comma 2 comma 3, right? Because I've given the range 1 to 4. Perfect. So once the loop will start, it is going to assign 1 to I, right? Once the I will get assigned to 1 is going to assign to I, then it will move to the next loop, and over here I have written j in range of 1 to 4. So j will assign 1 again over here. Then it will come to the print function, and it will print I value, that is 1, and j value, that is again 1. Then again from this print it will move back to this for loop, and it will assign the next value, that is 2, to the j. And again it will come back to the print function, and here the I value is still 1 and j is 2. So over here I is 1 and j is 2, right? Then again from print it will move back to the this loop, and over here the j value will be 3. Again it will come back to the print function, and over here again your I value is 1 and j is 3. So your second for loop has completed its all iteration, and then it will go back from here to the your outer loop, that is the first one, and this time your I will become 2, right? See over here I became 2. Then again it will come to the where second loop. Over here the j will be again 1, so again it will come to the print, and I is 2 and j is 1. Then again I is 2, j will be 2, and I is 2, j will be 3. So once your this loop will complete all the iteration, then it will again move back to the outer loop, and this time your I will become again 3, and it will come back to the inner loop, and your inner loop will complete all its iteration 1 2 3 when the I is 3, right? So over here you will see when I is 3, again j 1 2 3, then again it will go to the next outer loop where I assign to 4, and j will iterate to all its iteration 1 2 3, right? And then it will again go to the outer loop, and I will assign as a 5. Then again it will come to the inner loop, and it will complete all its iteration. So your outer loop and inner loop has completed all its iteration, so it will stop here itself. So I think it is one of the good example to explain how your loop is nested loop works, how your outer loop and inner loop together works. So again I'm saying that your inner loop complete it all iteration at every iteration of the outer loop, right? It's completing its all iteration at every iteration of the outer loop. It's clear, guys. Now it's making sense, right? So now let's go to the next example. I will come to this example. This is very early, so I'll come on this example in this video only and explain this how I have done this. Okay, so now let's go to the next example. Example number 2 over here. Example number 2, that is print a 3 cross 3 matrix. You have to print the 3 cross 3 matrix. How 3 cross 3 matrix works? So let me show you that first. So it will be something like, let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, means it should be 3 over here and 3 over here. It means that 3 by 3. Your column is also 3, your row is also 3. Don't go with the number. It's not going to print over here exactly 1 2 3 like that. You can understand this way. This is x11, x12, x13 over here, x and here x 3 3. Perfect. So I want the 3 cross 3 matrix using the nested for loop. So how is going to work? Let's see that. So I'll write over here, we want 3 cross 3. So for I in range of 1 comma 4 I can take, right, directly. And then over here I'm taking for uh, I, sorry, not I, j in range of what do you want over here? You want also here 1 comma 4. Perfect. And then print j comma, and over here let's write end and give some space, and then come back and here overwrite or write over here just print console and see 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, and it is 3 by 3, right? So now let's understand how it is working over here. So I think you are understanding till here. So I'm iterating the for loop from 1 to 3. So here the iteration will be 1 comma 2, 1 comma 2 comma 3, right? Here also the iteration will be 1 comma 2 comma 3. You will have a confusion over here. I'm printing j and why I'm writing this end over here, right? I can, and why I'm using again print over here. So do one thing, just remove this part first. Remove this also and remove this also. I don't want that. Just print j. So if you print j, what is going to return? 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 vertically, right? It is returning vertically, but I don't want that. I want that in the first iteration it should give 1 2 3. Again in the second iteration it should give 1 2 3 below that, and third iteration it should give 1 2 3 in the below one, right? So it should be this way. Your after 1 there should be 2 and 3, then again 1 2 3 and 1 2 3, like that. So how I'm trying to say that, it should be over here in the first iteration it is going to return 1 2 3, right? So it should be 1 2 3 when I equal to 1. When again I equal to 2, it should be 1 2 3, and when I equal to 3 it should be 1 2 3. This is how I want, then only I can make 3 cross 3 matrix, right? So for this, if I'm just printing j, so I'm getting 1 2 3, again 1 2 3 and 1 2 and 3. So this is for I equal to 1, and this is for I equal to 2, and this one is for I equal to 3. But I want like this. So how I can make my this return value which is returning over here in not vertically, in horizontally? How I want that every iteration should give the horizontal return. So for that, what I'm going to do that. So I will write over here comma end and the space. If you don't write a space, it is going to give like this. But I want the space over here. Perfect. I can get 1 2 3 how horizontally, but it is giving for all the iteration. This is for I equal to 1, this is for I equal to 2, and this is for I equal to 3. So you want to see that, let's print over here I as well. So let's say I'll write over here just take the f string, and over here let's say it is I dot, I am doing any mistake, okay, it should be inside your curly brace. There is a placeholder, right? So and just write over here end equal to this. So see, for I equal to 1 your 1 2 3, and for I equal to 2 your 1 2 3, and for I equal to 3 1 2 3. So I am on halfway to get the 3 cross 3 matrix. So if, at the very first I was able to get the what, all the value, all the return from this code vertically, right? But now at least I'm getting the horizontally everything, but I don't want everything horizontally. So how we can make it again, like after every iteration, it should come to the next line. So for that, I'm going to write a print function over here. So it will give the new line over here. So how is going to work? Let's see. Let's try to understand that. So I'll comment this one, or let it be this. I think it's perfect, right? I should not do anything, and let's write over here. Creating any issue? Yeah, it's creating the issue. It should not be over here. It should be over here. Okay. So this is just to show you that it is a first iteration of I. This is second iteration of I. This is a third iteration of I. So now let's try to understand how it's going to work. So at the very first iteration, your I equal to 1. And this print function is going to print over here I equal to 1 and this semicolon. I have this semicolon, right? So this is going to give this part from here to here. So from this print function, I am getting this part. Perfect. Now it will come to the line number 3 over here. Then over here, it is going to iterate your 1, 2, 3 by j. So first at the I equal to 1, your j will be first 1. And it will come to this and it will give the 1 over here. Okay. Then instead of going to the next line, because of this end and space, it is going to come to the next to that. Then again, it will go back to this and your j will become 2, and again it will come back. Again it will come back over here and it will print 2 over here. And because of this end, it will be a new place will be next to that. And this time again, it will go back to this for loop and j will be 3. Again, it will come back and print this. So your j will complete all the iteration, that is 1, 2, 3. After that, as soon as this print 3 over here, then it will come to this print, and this print will bring your cursor from here to directly here on the next line. Perfect. It is going to bring to the next line. Then as soon as you are here, then after this execution of print means once your cursor is here, it will go back to this for loop and your I will get assigned 2. Once the I will get assigned 2, it will again come back to this print function and it will give I equal to 2 and semicolon. Then after that, it will come back to your for loop. And again, j in range of 1 to 4. So your j will be 1 and it will, once the j will 1 and it will come back again from here to this place and it will print 1, and this end will create the one more place over here. So pointer will come to this place. Then again, it will this from the print, it will go back to this for loop and it will become j equal to 2. Now in the j equal to 2 as assigned, it will again come back to your print function and it will going to print the 2 over here and then make the pointer for 3. Then again from this print, again it will go to the your for loop and it will assign j equal to 3 and it will return the 3 over here using this print. Correct. After that, your j has iterate all the numbers whatever is in the range. Then after this print, after the assigning of 3, it will come back to this print function and your it will bring your cursor from here to directly next line. Perfect. And after execution of that, it will come back to the for loop and this time your I will become 3 and it will repeat the same process. So this is how you are going to get the 3 cross 3 matrix, guys. Perfect. I give all the energy to explain this. Now this one I have given to just show you that I can comment out this as well. Sorry, I can comment out this as well. And if you print this now, you are going to get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. That is the 3 cross 3 matrix. Perfect. If you want, instead of j, you can write over here star also. That's not a problem. And you are going to get the all star over here. That is, you can say rectangle, right? Or it's a square. It's a square, guys, not a rectangle. Sorry. So you can get the square. but I want J, so just I'll pass the J over here. So sorry, not J, this J. Okay. If you write I, then what is going to be? So it's going to 1 1 1 2 2 2 3 3 3. Why? Because for first iteration of J, your I is 1. So it will be 1 1 1. For second iteration of your J, that is 2, your I is 2. So for all three iteration 1 2 3 for J, your I is 2 only, right? So that's why going to return here 2. Then on the third iteration of J, that is 3, your J value is 3, then it's going to return the 3 over here. I think I'm making sense or not? If not, let's again try to understand. First, I will be 1. As soon as I is 1, it will come to the this loop, and over here J will iterate 1 2 3 three times, and same time it is going to print your I. So on all three iteration for J, your I value is 1. So that's why over here 1 1 1. Perfect. Then after that, it will come to this print function that will bring your cursor over here, and then again it will go to the your outer for loop. In the outer for loop, it is again I will become 2, and then it will again come back to your inner for loop. Over here J will iterate for 1 2 3, and every iteration it is going to print your I. So for every iteration your I is 2, so that's why it's going to print over here 2. Then again, once your iteration of J is completed, then it will move back to this print. So it will bring your cursor on the down left. Then from here, it will back to the outer loop, and I will become 3. That is the last iteration. And after that, it will again back to the this for loop, inner for loop. And here your J is again iterate 1 2 3, and your in all three iteration your I value is what? 3. That's why over here you have a 3. Clear, guys? I have given all the energy to explain this, right? So now this is the first example or second example I've given to you. This is the second example, right? So now let's come back and write over here example number 3. And the question is print the 2 cross 2 matrix. It is easy, guys, right? 2 cross 2 means you should have what? You should have over here x 1 1, x 1 2, and x 2 1, and over here x 2 2. Total 2 value over here. So if it is if the iteration, so it should be 1 2, and over here 1 and 2. That's all. So how will you make this? To make this, you need the 2 value. So let's say for I in range of 1 comma 3. So 1 comma 3 means what is going to give you? It is going to give you 1 comma 2, right? 2 value. Then again for J in range of 1 comma 3, right? Or you can take anything also, let's say 4 comma 6. So what is going to return to you? It is going to return 4 comma 5, right? 2 only. So then over here print J comma end to make the vertical assignment, and over here to go to the next sorry, this is to make the horizontal, and this print to bring the pointer again to the left down over here. So here you are 4 5 4 5, because I've taken the 4 5 over here. So if you take, let's say 44, and over here let's say 46 over here. If you take, let's say 66, then what will happen? So here you have values, right? It is not 2 cross 2. So 44, 45, 46, 47. So this is for I equal to, this line is for I equal to 1, and this line is for I equal to 2. Making sense, guys, right? So you can practice by yourself also. You can do a lot of try and error to understand that. Now let's go to the problem which we have explained last class. Sorry, which I have written last class, but I have not explained now. Write a Python code to return table from 1 to 20. So to return a 1 to 20, you need the range of 1 to 21, right? So that's why it will give you the value from 1 to 20, right? This is your outer loop. So at every iteration, let's say that as soon as your I is 1, so this I will multiply with 1 to 10, right? That's why. So let's say I is 1. So 1 into 1, 1 into 2, 1 into 3, and like this, 1 into 10. So when your I is 1, your j should travel from 1 to 10, right? Again, once I equal to 2, then also your j should travel, or you can say iterate to 1 to 10, and your I should multiply with j. Then only 2 into 1, 2 into, let's say 2, and 2 into 3, and so on, 2 into 10, right? So now let's see this code over here. So over here, I have taken range of 1 to 20 because I want the table of 1 to 20. Perfect. Then come to this loop. Over here, I'm iterating for j in range of 1 to 11. Why? Because I want the table. So table should be from 1 to 10. That's why this is going to give you the range of 1 to 10, right? And then what I'm doing over here, I'm going to multiply your I with j. So let's say the very first iteration, once this code will start, your I will be 1. Then it will come over here. Forget this about, this is the table of, I'm just giving one kind of notation over here, so you will understand which table is starting. So it will come over here. Then your I is 1. So your j will iterate from 1 to 10. So at very first iteration, your j is 1. Okay. Then it will come to the print function. So over here, your I, that is 1. And this is not multiplication, guys. This is your what? This is your string. So I into, this is I is 1 and j is also 1 and equal to, then it is the multiplication. And the result is 1 into 1. It will be 1 over here, right? Perfect. Then as j is 1, then it range is 1 to 10. So next it will assign j equal to 2. So your I is 1 and j is 2, and it will become 2 over here. Then again j will assign 3, and then 1, I is your 1 equal to 3, that is 3. Like that, your j will iterate till j equal to 10, and you are going to get your I is 1 and into 10, that is nothing but over here 1 into 10, 10, right? Once j will iterate till 10, then this loop will complete and it will come back to this, and over here it is going to give the star marks over here to just represent that your first loop is completed or first table is completed. After that it will go back to the for loop, and I will become what? I will become 2 over here. I will become 2, and then same process will start. So just try to write this code by yourself and you will understand how this code is working. Perfect. Now let's move to the next example. So I'll give total 10 example, and including this one, next code is going to be fourth over here. Next example is write a code to print star triangle in right angle triangle. So how will your right angle triangle? So you know that, right? Right angle triangle is, this is your, and between the two edges, your angle should be 90, and then this will join over here. So this is your right angle triangle. So I want to make this triangle using the star. So over here will be star, then like this, it will be something like that. There will be star, guys. So we are not going to make exactly the triangle, but there will be a star over here. Okay. If this question is not making sense, so let me explain that what is the meaning of this write a code to print a star triangle in right angle triangle. So basically I'm going to make a right angle triangle. So how used to be the right angle triangle? It's something like a 90-degree angle between the two edges, two sides, and one should be like this. So this is our right angle triangle. So this one we have to make, but we have to use the star instead of that. Okay, so now let's try to execute that. So over here I'm going to write for I in range of, let's say I'll take over here 1 comma 6, means total I'm taking the 5 points, 1 2 3 4 5. Then again for j in range of I, this time I'm taking, let me first write, then I'll explain you how this is going to be work. Okay, then over here I'll take the star and comma and then again one more print over here. So this is our right angle triangle, right? So now try to understand how this is working. So let's understand first. As the outer loop start, your I will be 1, right? Now this is going to in your inner loop. In the inner loop, I have given for j in range of I. So I is 1. So it will be range of 1. What does it mean range of 1? So it is going to give you 0 comma 0. I mean, if you write over here, let's say, if you write over here for I in range of, let's say I'm writing over here 1. Okay, and then you write over here print I, you're getting 0 over here, only 1 point, right? So similarly, as soon as you are writing over here I equal to 1, so the j value will be sorry, your I value is 1, so your j will be 0, means 1 point. Then it will come to the next line and it will going to print this. Okay, it is going to print this, and your loop of inner loop, that is your second loop, is going to complete over here. Then it will move to the this print and it will bring your pointer from here to here. Okay, then it will move to the outer loop and this time your I will become 2. As soon as your I is 2, over here also like a for j in range of this is 2. So your j will have a value 0 comma 1, right? Because so I have not defined over here lower range, that's why it will always start from the 0. So for the 2 it is going to be 0 and 1. Perfect. So for this you will get the 2 star over here, and this end this line of code, that is end equal to space, is going to make this horizontal. Then again after that it once your j will iterate for 0 and 1, then it will print for the 0 this star and for the 1 this star. Okay, and then your loop will get completed and then it will come back to this print function and it will bring your cursor from here to here, and then after that it will go to the outer loop and this time your I is equal to 3. So again for j in range of 3, so this time you will have a range of 0 comma 1 comma 2, 3 value. So basically 3 iteration. That's why you are getting over here 3 star in the horizontal, because this end is making this horizontal. Once this 3 iteration of j will complete, and as soon as you get this over here 3 star, it will again come to the next print and it will bring your pointer from here to here, and after that it will go to the outer loop and this time your I will be 4, and then again it will come back to your for loop. So inner for loop for j in range of 4, and this will iterate till 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3, 4 values, and for all 4 iteration you will get the 4 star over here, right, in horizontal. And then once all 4 iteration of j is completed, then it will come back to this print and this will bring your cursor from here to here, and then again it will go to the for loop and this time your I is 5 and it will come back to the inner loop, and over here for j in a range of 5. So you will have the value over here. What are the value you will have? 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, and you will have a total 5 star over here, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 star you will have over here. And after that it will come to the print, and this print will bring the cursor over here, and then it will go to the for loop, but there is no further iteration, so it will stop over here. So you understand, guys, right, how this is going to work. Now instead of this instead of this star, try to make this as a j. You will understand. Not this j, sorry, I did a mistake. So write j over here. See, at the very first iteration it is 0 because I is only 1, so that's why 0. In the second iteration your I is 1, so that's why you have the range over here 0, comma 1, right? You're not understanding, right? Over here, let's say that I'm writing over here on the first iteration your I is 1, and it will come over here. In this your I is also 1, so you will have only one range, that is 0. So your j will have only one value, that is 0. Perfect. Then in the second iteration, your your I is 2, so it will come back to the next loop, that is your inner loop, and over here your I is 2, so it will create a range of what? 0 and 1. So 2 means 0 and 1, so your j will be 0, comma 1, because 2, so 0 and 1. Perfect. Now in the next iteration, it is your I will be 3. Perfect. Your I is 3, so over here your j will be 0, 1, 2, right? J will be 0, comma 1, comma 2. Perfect. So that's why you have a 0, comma 1, comma 2. All good, guys? Now in the next iteration your I will be what? Your I will be 4. That's why once your I is 4, your in the inner loop you have a range of 4, so your j will be what? 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3. So 4 points over here. Perfect. In again it will go to the outer loop, and this time your I is what? Your I is 5, and over here you will have a 5 iteration, that will be equal to 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4. So that's why you have the last 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and over here 0, 1, 2, 3, it's matching, right? And 0, 1, 2, and 0, 1, and 1. So I equal to over here 1, I equal to 2, I equal to 3, I equal to 4, I equal to 5. It's making sense, guys, right? Okay, perfect, perfect. You guys are doing very well. So now let's write the example number 5. Over here, write a Python code to print star pyramid. Okay, so write a Python code to print a star pyramid. Pyramid means you should have a this one, or you can say that equilateral triangle. Perfect. So now let's try to make this, and that should be also star pyramid. So how is going to be? So I'll first define n equal to 5 over here. Then for I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. So it's basically I'm getting 1 to 5 range over here. What I'm going to get over here? I'm going to get over here 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Perfect. So next over here for j in range of n minus I. Okay, n minus I over here, and then over here print what? Let me first write the code and then I'll explain how this is going to work. Okay, then and equal to, I'm giving the space over here. Then again, I'll write the for loop over here. So there is a two nested loop guys over here. It's not one nest, there's a two nest. So inside one outer, there is a two inner. Okay. So for k in range, k in range of 2 into I minus 1. Okay. And then print over here star and give end equal to some space. And then this print to bring the cursor on the left corner. So this is what you have the pyramid. So now the biggest task is that understand this code, how this going to work. So let's start. So over here I have defined n equal to 5. Why I have not taken directly over here 1 to 5? Because I have to use n over here as well. That's why I've taken n equal to 5 over here. So now this n equal to 5, after that I have a for I in range of 1 comma n plus 1. So it is going to give you the iterable from 1 to 5, or you can say that it is going to give you the range of 1 to 5. Perfect. So after that I have over here n minus 1. N minus 1 on first iteration, your I is 1, right? Let's say your first iteration, your I is 1. So it will come to this loop. Over here, I have given 5. Your n is 5. 5 minus 1, that is 4. So your j will have a range of 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3. Perfect. 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3. And over here I'm just creating a space, and this one is going to give the horizontal space. So let's say instead of space, if I'm having a star, so it means I will have a 1 star, then another star, then another star, then another star, right? But I'm not writing anything, so it is a space from here to here space. After that it will come to the next line. Over here I'm writing 2 into I is 1 minus 1. So 2 into 1 is 2 minus 1 is 1. So I have a range of k will have a range of 0 only, because it is 1. So 1 means there will be k will have only one iteration. That's why you have only one star over here. Perfect. So as one iteration, so with one iteration it will come to this, and it is going to print over here star. After that it will create some space over here, horizontal space, and after that it will come back to this. So this horizontal space will go back to over here, and then it will go to the for loop again. So this time your I is 2. Perfect. Once the I is 2, so your this n minus 1, how much it will be? 5 minus 2, that is 3. So your j will have what? 0 comma 1 comma 2. Perfect. So 0 will have j will have a 0 1 2. So this time it is going to create the 3 space again. So what I'll do, that let me write down over here. Second guys, let me, for the first iteration, let me write down over here. For the first iteration I said that it is going to have a 4 space. So for the space I'm writing the dot. So 1 dot, 2, 3 and 4, and over here you will have a star. So I'll write over here, let's say this is the star. So now we are in the second loop. So your j will have a 3 iterations, so it will create the 3 space over here. So 1 space, 2 space and 3 space. After that it will go back to the this k loop, that is your other loop. So over here your k is, let's say 2 into your I is 2 and minus 1. 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 1, so you have a 3. So now your k will have an iteration of 0 comma 1 comma 2. Perfect. So this is going to create the 3 what? This is going to create the 3 iterations. So you will have a 3 star. So now you will we have left over here with the j. So your k will start from here. So you will have a star over here and star over here. Then your this print will bring your cursor again over here, and then your again it will go to the for loop, and this time your I will have a 3. So I'll write over here I is 3. Let me first rub this, or let me write over here I is 3. So I equal to 3. So now it will go to the J loop. So over here your 3, sorry, not 3, your 5 minus this 3. So you have a 2. So once you have a 2 means your J will have a 2 iteration, that will be 0 comma 1, right? So once you have a 0 comma 1, it will go to this print function and it will create a 2 space. So over here it is going to have a 2 space only. Let's say this and this. Then again it will go to the K loop over here. So over here you have a I value is 3. So 2 into 3 minus 1. So you will have a 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 1, 5, right? So you have a 5 iteration over here. So that will start with the 0, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, right? And for all the iteration, you will write over here star. So it is going to be over here star, again star. How many star? 5 star. So 3, 4, and one more 5. Perfect. So in the third one, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, right? And after that, it will come to this print function, and this print function will bring your cursor to over here, and then it will go to the for loop. And this time your I is, let me rub this first. So I'll have some space to explain you how this is going to work, guys. So this time your I can take this green one, let's say. So we have I till 3. So now you have a I equal to 4. Once you have I equal to 4, it will come to this J, and over here you have a 5 minus 4, and for this you will get the 1, and J will have a iteration only 0 comma 1. So it will give the 1 iteration. So it will create 0 1 space. Then after that it will go to the K loop. Over here you have a K is 2 into 4 minus 1. So you will get 4 to the 8 minus 1. How much? 7. So you will have a range of K from 0 comma 1 comma 2 3 4 5 6, right? And for all this you will have a 6 7 star over here. So it will be over here 7 star. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Perfect. So this way you will complete the your 7 star. Then your this print function will bring the cursor over here, and then it will go back to your for loop again. So this time your I is 5. Your I is 5. So now it will come to the this J loop. Over here your N is 5 and I is also 5. So N minus I will be 0. So once you have a 0 over here, it means that this loop will not execute. It will not come over here because there is no iteration over here. So it will go back to this K, and over here it will calculate first 2 into 5 minus 1. So 5 to the 10, 10 minus 1, that is a 9. So it will have a range from 0 to 1 comma 2 comma 3 4 5 6 7 8, and for all this iteration you will have a star over here. How many? 9. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So that's why if you count over here you have a 9 at the last. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So this is how it is going to work, guys. I have given all the energy to explain this, how this pyramid you can make using the nested loop. So this is the example number 6, right? Example number 6 is saying that write a Python code to print right angle star triangle in reverse? So that is the question, guys. You have to print the right angle triangle in the reverse. Reverse means we have just completed this right angle triangle. So it should be in reverse direction, means all these 5 should be on the top and the 0 should be on the bottom. So what I will do? So let's try to do that. So I want that it should have a 5 over on the top, so and 1 at the bottom. So 5 star on the top and 1 at the bottom. So for I in range of, I'm going to write over here 6 comma 1 comma minus 1. So what it will give, just write over here print I. It is going to give you from 6 to y2. It should be 0. Let's make it 0. So it is going to give you 6 to 1 in reverse direction. Perfect. So this is what I have. Next what I want for on the top it should be 5. So for, let's say j in a range, j in range of I, and over here I'm going to write print, and I'll write a star, and over here I'm going to give the end equal to some space to make it horizontal, and this one to bring the cursor on the right. So here you have a reverse right angle triangle, star right angle triangle. Now come to the example number 7. Example number 7. So what is the question? Write a Python code to print pyramid in reverse. That is what. So over here, if you see, I have this pyramid. So it is in the, I want on the first we have a 1 and the bottom, I mean in this pyramid top we have a 1 star and the bottom we have a 9 star, but in the reverse it should be a 9 and on the top and 1 should be on the bottom. So we have to make this reverse. So how we can do that? So let's say I have a n equal to 5. Perfect. So for I in range of 5 comma 0 comma minus 1. So we have to first make this reverse direction, guys. Okay, and then I in range of, that is correct only. Now let's print I, syntax error. Okay, I have given this over here. So 5 4 3 2 1 I have over here now. Perfect. So now I'll write for j in range of n minus I, and over here print to make the space, right? So this space comma and equal to this one to make it horizontal. Then again for k in range of 2 into I minus 1, and over here print star comma and to make it horizontal, and one more print to bring the cursor on the left. So you have this reverse pyramid. Perfect. So we have seen till 7. Now let's go and check the next example, that is example number 8, right? Example number 8. So what is this question? Let's try to see. So this is saying that write a Python code to print a square pattern. Perfect. Pattern. So it is easy, guys, right? You know very well. For I in, let's say, range, it's something like a matrix. Okay, so for I in range of, let's say I'll take 6 over here. For j in range of, let's say 6 by 6 over here, and print, let's say star, and make this end equal to some space to make this horizontal, and this print to bring this on the left corner. So you have this square pattern over here. Perfect. So now next example. I don't think so I need to explain this code because I have explained above code very in detail. So now it will be a cup of coffee for you, right? Example 9, right? Perfect. Now let's say right over here, write a Python code to print a number repeating triangle. What is the meaning of number repeating triangle? So on the top it should be 1, then 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, and 5, 5. So how it should be? It should be like 1, then over here 2, 2, then over here 3, 3, 3, then over here 4, 4, 4, and over here 5, 5, 5. So instead of your star, I am just keeping the number. That's all. So how is going to be? I think you know that, right? So what I'll do, I'll take for I in range of, let's say, 1 comma 6. Perfect. Then over here for j in range of, and on the very first it should be 1, then it should come on the bottom and it should write a what, 2, 2. So over here I think I should write the I. Okay, range of I, and then print over here what, I think we should print over here I only. Let's try to see this is going to work or not. Otherwise we will debug the code. That's not a problem. Yeah, it's working. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. So how it is that? It is same. See over here, we are using the star. Till here, I think you know, for I in range of, correct? Instead of a star, I'm using I. That's all. I need to explain this code? I don't think so. Because see, on the first iteration, your I will be 1, then it will come over here. So your range is 1. So it is going to give one iteration only, that is 0. And for the one iteration, is going to print I, so that is 1. Then again, it's a horizontal to make some space. Then it will come back to this print to make the cursor, to bring the cursor on the left below. And then it will go to the for loop, outer for loop. And over here, it is going to assign I equal to 2, and it will come over here. And this time you have a range of 2, means you will have a 0 and 1, 2 iteration for the j. For 2 iteration, you will print the what? You will print I. So for an I value is 2, so it's going to print 2 over here. Then again, this end is to make this horizontal, and then it bring back this print will bring back your cursor on the bottom, and then it will repeat the loop till 5. That's all, guys, right? So very last example, example number 10. What do you have to make? You have to code, like write a Python code to make a hollow a square. What is the meaning of hollow square over here? So hollow square means you should have a something like this, and you can use star over here, all the corners. You can have this star over here. This code I need to explain how this is going to work. So we have to make this hollow what? Square. So let's try to code this. So I will take over here, let's say for I in range of 1 comma 6. Perfect. And then for I in range of, so first I try to make the full filled square. So first try to make the full filled square. So then I'll write print star over here. Sorry, it's star, and then comma and equal to make it horizontal, and this print to make this cursor on the bottom. So this is the full filled square. Now I want to make this hollow. So all these three, this 3 and this 3 should get removed. So for that, what should I write? So we have to write some if condition over here. If, let's say, whenever your I is, let's say, what is the I over here? On this stage, if I ask you, what will be your I? On this stage, your I will be 1. On this stage, your I is 1. And this stage, your I is 1. And on this stage, also your I is 1. And on this stage, your I is 1. And for this stage, your I is what? 2. Your I is 2 over here, right? Over here, your I is 3. I is 4 and I is 5. Perfect. Now, if you want, let me print also over here. So you can understand this. You can understand very well over here. So what I'll do, I'm going to print over here. So you can see where exactly I is 1 and 2. So F, and I'll write over here I, then placeholder and I. Okay, I am getting this, but I'm getting in very weird way, right? Let me make this correctly. Okay, I should write over here and also to make this horizontal. I did a mistake over here, comma should be there, right? So this is for your I equal to 1, this is for I equal to 2, and this is for I equal to 3, this is for I equal to 4, and this is for I equal to 5. Perfect, guys. You understand this, right? So now, at this stage, your what is the value of your I and j? Now let's try to understand. For this stage, or let me write over here your x11 over here, x12, x13, x14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And x1. Your it is nothing but x, I, and j. Can I say that it is I and j? So at this position, your I and j value is equal to 1. And at this position, your I value is 1 and j value is 2. I don't want these elements. Then only I can make it hollow. I don't want these elements. Perfect. I don't want these elements, then only I can make it hollow square. So now what logic I should write over here so that it can be hollow? So we have to do something in the if condition so that we can make this hollow over here. So can I write over here, not here exactly, before this print, for, not for, sorry, if I equal to let's say 1, okay, when I is equal to 1, or I is equal to 5, or I is equal to 5, or let's say j is equal to, if I write 1, or j is equal to 5, then only print this. I'm getting some error, let me fix this. So else we have to write over here, else over here it should be print what? Should print nothing. Okay, and equal to, I did a mistake again. I got it, but what is doing wrong over here? Let me see. This or condition is not working. 1 second. Let me keep this into the bracket. Let me run. No, no, not making sense. What is wrong over here? Okay, I have written I equal to, it should be j, guys. I did a mistake over here. It should be j. Now, completed. See, what I have done, let's try to understand over here. So how I got this hollow square. So over here, let's say when I equal to 1 in the first iteration, it will print this I equal to 1, this one. This row is for the I equal to 1. Now it will come to the for j in range of 1 comma 6, and your first iteration will be for the j is 1 over here. So as soon as it's 1, it will come to the if condition. Your I is also 1 and j is also 1. So this or condition is true. Then it will go and print this. So it will print this one. Perfect. Then again it will go back to your for loop, and this time your j is 2. So j is 2 and I is 1. So for that, again it is going to print, because any one should be true in the or condition. So your I is 1 and j is 2. So this is true, and it will come to the print, and it will going to execute and give this one where I equal to 1 and j equal to 2, this one x1 2. Perfect. After that, it is going back to the again for loop, and j will be 3. Again, it will come back to this if condition, I is 1 and j is 3. This one x1 3, and it is true because I is still 1. Then it will print this star over here. Then again, it will go to the for loop over here in the j, and it will assign j equal to 4, and it will come to the if condition. And in this if condition, your I is 1 and j is 4. So this one x1 4, and it is true, and it will come over here and it will print this one. Perfect. Next, again it will go to the for loop, and over here it will assign your j to 5, and it will come back over here. So j is 5 and I is 1, so both are true. So again it will be true. If any one is true also, it is going to be true. Okay, so then it will assign to the print, and it is going to return this. After that, it will come back directly from here to this print, because this for loop has been iterated completely. So it will come over here and bring your cursor over here, and then it will go to the your outer loop. Over here it will assign I equal to 2. So once I equal to 2, so this row is for the I equal to 2. See, x2 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 x2, right? So then it will come to the for loop. In the for loop, it is going to be j equal to 1 and your I equal to 2. So this one x to 1. So over here I is 2 and j is 1. So one condition is true over here. So it will again come to this print function. In the print function, it is going to execute this star over here, and then it will again go back to your for loop, and j equal to 2. J equal to 2 and your x is also 2. So it's not going to match over here, and that's why it will come to the else condition and make the hollow over here. Then again, after this else print will completed, it will go again to this for loop, and in this for loop it is going to assign j equal to 3. So this time your I is 2 and j is 3, not meeting this criteria. Again come to else condition, make the hollow. Perfect. Again it will go to the for loop, and your I is j is this time 4 and x is 2 as it is defined over here. So again not meeting the criteria, and it will come to the else condition. So for all this till 4 it will be same. Then j equal to 5, it will come over here. Your I is 2 and j is 5, so it is meeting the criteria. So it will come over here, and because j is 5, and it will print this, and after that it will come to the this print to bring the cursor over here, and then it will go to the next loop. And this is how this loop is going to complete for all 5 iterations. I think I given all the energy, guys, right? So at the end, you have observed that this nested loop is something about the matrices, or let's say close square or rectangle and a kind of a shape, right? So over here, if you see this matrix, your outer loop work as a column and your inner loop work as a row, right? See over here, this is, if you consider this as a column, and this as a this as a column, this is a column, and this is a row, right? So this one, the vertical one is the what? Vertical one is the column, right? And this is the row. So your outer loop is making what? Column, and your inner loop is making the row. So whenever you have a such kind of patterns to check, like matrix, or let's say some kind of a square, or some kind of patterns questions, you can use the nested loop. I hope this video is more than sufficient for you to understand the how nested loop works. So this is all about this video, guys. Thank you for bearing with me till now. I have given all the energy for this video, and I think it's making sense for you. If you are understanding something from this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and also stay connected with me for the next video. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Thank you so much, guys.